What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Off the Wall. My name is Bogz. Today I'm going to be reviewing Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, the sequel to Ghostbusters Afterlife, directed by Gil Kanan. And if you guys are new to the channel by any chance, please consider subscribing, giving us a like on this video. Let us know in the comments below, what do you guys think of this movie as well. This won't be a long video. It will be a short, sharp review. And of course, it will be filled with spoilers. Just coming off the back of Afterlife, I did quite enjoy that movie. It was very emotional, very heartfelt, and appreciated the new story that they were telling and bringing in the old boys sparingly, but they did bring them in. It was a coming of age story, and I did appreciate the retelling of a Ghostbusters story, but I had my issues with that movie as well. But overall, I definitely enjoyed it. This one, so they've tried to do a lot. Okay, it's a huge cast. They've brought in all the people back from Afterlife, and at the same time bringing in the old boys and mixing their stories together, bringing in the whole Ghost Corp, trying to create with these, maybe there might be some spin-off shows, or there might be a animated series as well, like back in the day. Now, it was a continuation of the family coming of age story, with everyone from Oklahoma now in New York, and bringing in the old boys to assist them with their ghost busting, with learning the kind of ways of how to do things. And overall, I've got to say, honestly, I had fun with it. It doesn't touch the first and the second Ghostbusters, nowhere near. And Afterlife is probably a better movie, but I still had fun with it. I did enjoy the family elements of this movie and the messages it was trying to portray, everyone dealing with their own little issues, and obviously the involvement with the old boys. Overall, I did thoroughly enjoy it. It is a very family friendly movie, although I do have many criticisms as well. It was overly long, and at times I can understand if people said it was a little dull in the middle part of the movie. I do understand that, but overall, I was smiling through a lot of it. Kumail Nanjiani was arguably my favorite in the movie as well, but I do have a number of dislikes and likes in the movie, which I'll get right to. So some of the dislikes in the movie, first off, straight away, is Melody. Complete waste of time. She was. I know it's incredibly harsh to say, but she almost felt forced into the story. Them scenes extended the movie unnecessarily. She was uninteresting. It took up so much time with her and Phoebe. Like, the first scene was somewhat interesting when they were playing chess, and then every scene after that, it was just more and more frustrating. I was genuinely more interested in the kind of villain that they were portraying, the kind of mythology built around that. Kumail Nanjiani's Fire Master or Firebender, ripped straight from Avatar, that kind of culture mixed into this story. I was way more interested in that than this weird Force Ghost. That's pretty much what she was, this emo Force Ghost, trying to get to know and friendly and whatever more between Melody and Phoebe. I just was completely dull. It extended the movie unnecessarily. If you took out them scenes, it felt like a good quarter of the movie. If you take out them scenes, it would have been under 2 hours, maybe an hour 45, which is what it should be. Really, there's no need for this movie to be 2 hours 10 minutes. The villain was interesting, and he came into the story a little too late. It did seem a little rushed by the ending of the movie. It wasn't flushed out as much as I'd like it to, although they did attempt to do some mythology building there, which I was somewhat interested in. And I quite liked it when they did it in Afterlife as well, because it does extend the mythology around the Ghostbusters and the laws and ancient rituals and things like that connected to ghosts and spirits. I did appreciate that. And them going into the library and things like that, really enjoyed that stuff. Even Patton Oswalt, I thought, was really good. I know he gets a lot of stick online nowadays, which is funny because, he was a big star back in the day, and especially in terms of nerd geekdom and things like that. But now he gets a lot of criticism, but I really enjoyed all that stuff. But the ending with the villain and the firebender and the kids and the family, let's say, yeah, that was a bit cringe. Kumail Nanjiani's firebender was doing his whole fire thing, and Phoebe had the proton pack with the mother, the father, the brother all holding the proton pack. Yeah, they did something similar in the first one, showing that, yeah, we're family and we always help each other. I do understand that. Just a visual of him bending the fire one side and the family using the proton pack on the other side. It was very Rise of Skywalker-esque, with Rey with the two lightsabers destroying Palpatine. It was a little cringe watching that. And some of the CG around the villain, overall it was good and a little creepy in a way, but it was like 2010 creepy, like straight out of, like, should I say, straight out of like Joss Whedon's Justice League, or It was like the Mummy, Tom Cruise's The Mummy. Them kind of effects I thought was fine, but I was expecting a little bit more as well. And I'm just overall missing. Again, it's not a criticism of the movie per se, but just something that I would like. I would like in New York to see adult Ghostbusters busting ghosts. That's just something that for some reason expect in this movie, or some of the older guys to go on missions maybe a little bit more, busting ghosts, etc. Because that stuff is really cool. And some of the best parts of the original movies, we're not getting too much of that. It was too much of the family issues, trying to family drama stuff. So that's like an overlying thing about the movie. Also, I'm not sure why everyone from Oklahoma in the previous movie, Ghostbusters Afterlife, is in New York in this movie. There's no reason for podcast to be there. There's no reason for Trevor's girlfriend to be working as an engineer. Like, what's that about? They, for example, they were on holiday in New York, and they were shown where the Ghostbusters operate, and they learned more about that. If them guys were brought over to New York and the older boys kind of showed them, that's Winston, Ray, and Peter showing them all the technology that they have now, etc., etc. I think that would have been a better idea. Alas, not to be. But what I did get, like I said, I definitely had fun with it and enjoyed. I do like the nostalgia from, particularly from pretty much all the nostalgia is from the first movie. I really like the second movie. I don't know why they're ignoring it so much. I think it's actually funnier than the first movie. Yes, it isn't as good as a movie overall, but it's definitely, really comical. I know that's, mostly Bill Murray, really, and that's another negative. Bill Murray is a pure cameo. He's only in it 2 or 3 scenes. He has a few lines. He looks half checked out as well. I know that's his style nowadays as well, to be a bit blasé. But like Dan Aykroyd, for example, he's an integral part of the movie, and Winston is the overseer, the financier, hugely successful businessman who's operating behind the scenes and running the Ghostbusters. But Bill Murray's character is completely cameo, and again, there's almost, I really wish he was in it more, and there's kind of no point him being in it. As I said, I do like the family stuff, although I had enough of it in Ghostbusters Afterlife. I don't need even more of it. I was expecting some adult people to come in. Like, I wish Kumail Nanjiani's character was a Ghostbuster. He had no clue about these abilities, and then by the end, he's like some firebender, firemaster guy who takes out ghosts and stuff. So, although it was needed in the movie, but I kind of just wish he was a Ghostbuster, and they just kind of recruited him. Obviously, they brought some scientists and engineers in, like the English guy that was there. But again, he was a bit blasé and stuff, because Phoebe needs help. I understand she's a genius. She's Egon's granddaughter and stuff, but there needs to be more legitimate adults, actual ghostbusting, because Gary and Callie, obviously, they try their best ghostbusting, but Gary's kind of a science teacher, but there's no actual. That's what made the first two so intriguing. Like, it took itself, particularly the first movie, it took itself so seriously, and it was funny as well. And there was obviously comedy in it, Bill Murray leading that charge, of course, but isn't enough scientists who are out there busting ghosts. But like I said, I do like learning about the different cultures and about the villain. And this first 5 minutes, I thought was fantastic. Starting off, what was it, 1904, I think it was, in New York. And then I know we got like an animated look at the villain and how he kind of came about, but I would have loved to seen that in live action. Even if it was pure CG, but how his kind of horns got broken off, I kind of all thought that was really cool and intriguing. There was a big cast, and they were doing quite a lot, like spending a lot of time with the family, and then Phoebe, and then the old boys as well. I do like the Dan Aykroyd in it as well. He seemed to be really enjoying himself in this movie, and it kind of said so as well when with his talk with Winston. This is what I want to do with my time now. So, is that a bit meta? Maybe yes, maybe no. But I did like their involvement in the story, and I did like seeing the different groups of people. Kumail Nanjiani's character with Trevor, or with Gary, that's obviously Bill Murray's character. I did find that stuff kind of funny. So there's a lot to enjoy in this movie. Like I said, it did have heart, and it did try to connect all these characters together to make them like, okay, there's 20 of, I don't know how many there was. I didn't count exactly, 15, 18, 20 Ghostbusters now all working together, all different ages and things like that. I just wish they concentrated a bit more on actual ghostbusting, because we only got a little bit of that really at the start of the movie. Then it was all this exposition about the villain and about the whole family drama stuff. So even Gary being the father figure now didn't really need all that, because we did get a lot of the family stuff in Afterlife, and sure, it was needed for what they were doing. This could have been a bit more of an action adventure thing, even a sci-fi fantasy thing, but they focused more on the family stuff, which I didn't not like, as I said. but I kind of just wished it could have been a little bit more intriguing in terms of the sci-fi action stuff, which made Ghostbusters a fantastic classic. So overall, lots to enjoy in this movie. Kumail Nanjiani was a standout for me. It wasn't his absolutely best work, but I'd say maybe like post Eternals, I haven't really enjoyed much of his stuff, really, to be honest, lately. First came on the scene, he was like a bit of a genius, and I couldn't wait to see how his career unfolded. This is back to form for me. I kind of hope he's a Ghostbuster moving forward. Do I want to see another movie? I mean, I will watch it. I will look forward to it. Do I really want one as of right now? Not really. I wouldn't mind seeing maybe a streaming series or an animation. I would watch that. I wouldn't be overly excited for another movie, but who knows? Give it a couple of years and I might do, because I'm not sure what they're going to do with the family and their friends and the old boys now, because the old boys are getting on. Would it be intriguing without the old boys? I'm not sure. That's my overall thoughts. Enjoyable movie. Good, not great. Is it as good as Ghostbusters Afterlife? No, but definitely you can take the family and enjoy it. If it was harmless fun, and would I watch it again? I probably would. But anyway, that's enough from me. Let us know what you guys think in the comments below of this movie. Are you guys looking forward to another Ghostbusters movie? Do you think it's better than Afterlife? And if you are new to the channel, like I said, subscribe, like the video, and we'll catch you guys in the next video.